This mother did what no mother can do. She took away the life of her baby. Sounds bad, right? The way the baby was killed is even more disturbing. Mothers are usually babies' primary caregivers, but what if I told you that this woman ended up taking the life of her baby? It was tragic and horrific, and no one understands the motive behind all of this. Could the end be near? It's unsettling to think that trusting parents has become so risky. Who would ever imagine a mother could turn against her own daughter? So what exactly happened? Was it done accidentally or was it intentionally? Does she constantly blame herself? Or has she discovered ways to forgive herself? To find out the truth, we had to visit this woman, and luckily she welcomed us and was ready to share her story with us.
My name is
Ramkala, and I am 30 years old. I work as a small-time trader, selling mandazi and roasted cassava. I have 2 children, but I do not live with their father. My troubles began when I married and had children with my husband. Our relationship was filled with conflict due to his failure to fulfill his responsibilities. One day, during one of our frequent arguments, he struck me, causing me to accidentally fall onto our 3-month-old child. Tragically, 2 days later, my baby died.
Throughout her life, she never once imagined that she would be responsible for ending someone's life, let alone that of her own baby. This unimaginable tragedy has caused her to question her entire existence, placing blame and hatred upon herself. Even now, she struggles to come to terms with her actions and find forgiveness within herself.
I couldn't believe that I had contributed to the passing of my own baby. He was my firstborn, and you can all imagine how much he meant to me and how much I loved him. Yes, it was an accident, but I always blame myself. Maybe if I hadn't fought with my husband, I could have resolved the situation amicably. However, it happened in the blink of an eye, and his life was gone just like that. After the incident, I was arrested. My parents were unaware of my situation until much later. When they finally learned about it, they followed up on my case, and I was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Amina.
My name is Amina, and I am 26 years old. Throughout my life, I have been aware of the story of my elder sister. It is overshadowed by the constant battles between a husband and wife. One day, we were woken up by the sound of screams and immediately rushed to offer our assistance. Upon reaching the scene, her husband quickly fled from the house. Inside, we discovered my sister with her lifeless baby. Consequently, my sister was apprehended, convicted, and sentenced to a 5-year prison term. However, she was granted a presidential pardon and released after 3 years.
After witnessing her sister's actions and the impact it had on her, she has a message for all couples who argue and frequently find themselves in heated fights in the hopes of preventing such a tragedy from ever occurring again.
In retrospect, my advice to my older sibling and anyone else would be to always learn from the mistakes we've made in the past. Engaging in conflicts with your spouse can have severe repercussions, particularly when children are affected. Although it may have been unintentional, it is crucial to prevent such tragedies from occurring. If a confrontation is inevitable, make sure that the children are in a safe environment, far away from the conflict.
Life in prison is a harsh and unforgiving existence, marked by isolation, constant surveillance, and a rigid daily routine. Inmates face profound loneliness, the threat of violence, and a lack of privacy. Basic necessities are often in short supply, leading to poor living conditions and deteriorating mental and physical health. During her time in prison, she experienced it all.
My experience in prison was extremely challenging. During this time, I encountered individuals who had committed a range of serious crimes, including murder, theft, and fraud. Each day was a struggle, as I had to survive on a meager diet of salty water. Furthermore, I received no visits from my husband, who had already moved on and remarried. However, I found solace in the support of my fellow inmates, who constantly encouraged me to remain strong. Thankfully, my family was able to visit me regularly, and their unwavering support ultimately led to my release.
Returning to society posed a challenge for her, as she felt lost and had no idea where to begin. Starting from scratch was necessary for her survival and to ensure she could pay her bills.
After gaining my freedom, I took the opportunity to start a small business and rebuild my life. Despite my past experiences, I eventually met a man and had 2 more children. Currently, I am still grappling with the difficulties that life presents. My eldest child is now in their 4th year of school. Although my first husband and I occasionally cross paths, we do not communicate. The challenges I face are not unique to me, as many women experience similar struggles. Nevertheless, I am proud of my determination to keep fighting, in hopes that one day I will emerge even stronger.
She does a variety of jobs to earn a living, including washing people's clothes and spending most of her mornings cultivating. In the evenings, she also sells mandazi. She does all of this to support herself and make ends meet.
Life goes on. Through my business, I frequently encounter individuals who take an interest in me, like the guy I recently met. He expressed a desire to have a relationship and even mentioned the possibility of marriage. We went on a few dates. However, our relationship came to an abrupt end due to rumors spread by jealous neighbors, which tarnished my reputation. I am open to any relationship that I believe will have a positive impact on my life.
It has been difficult to accept what happened, and to this day, she still believes she could have done better. However, as time passes, she may find the strength to forgive herself. As we conclude this story, we hope to leave you with a message of hope and resilience. The path to redemption is never straightforward, but with bravery and the support of others, it is always feasible. Thank you for watching. I am Simon Greenwood, and this is Afrimax English. Please remember to subscribe.